All right, guys, we are going to be doing a quick review on the newest Cleeland RTX 4 wedges. Maddie, you have, which finish is that?
I have the tall raw.
So the Tour Raw, oh, that's a cool finish. I just have their, this is probably what, their Tour Satin, I'm imagining.
Yep, tall satin.
So I have the Tour Satin. I have a 58-degree full bounce.
I have 58 full as well.
Cool, so we're kind of comparing, yeah, wedge to wedge. Mainly looking at the looks, the feels. We're gonna actually go through, Maddie and I are gonna do a little competition against each other just to see how this performs. We'll give you guys kind of our feedback on that.
Yeah, I mean, the RTX 4, they designed it for more spin, more control, more consistency. They're the three things that Cleeland are really pushing with this wedge. So I'm really interested to see what these new deeper grooves are like and how the ball actually does respond on the green and in these different situations that we're going to be in, because we're not testing them in a lab situation. We're not going to be in a fully controlled environment like most of these things are tested. We're going to be in the real environment, which is where they're played. We're going to be hitting out of rough, hitting out of bunkers, hitting off the fairway, trying to hit different shots, different heights, different trajectories, and competing against each other. So we're really going to see how they perform in actuality on the golf course. So I'm interested to see. Really, my thing is the grooves. I want to see how the ball.
Yeah, so my personally, what I look for in a good wedge, I like to flight my shots a lot, lower shots with some high spins. So kind of the workability, playability of these clubs, the interaction through the rough, through the turf, is really going to be what I'm looking for. So excited to kind of put these to the test, see how they perform.
They do have 4 different grinds, with 4 different bounces. We've got the full. They do a low, an extra low, and a mid as well.
Okay, so yeah, this has
the full, which is 9.
Yeah, so we'll see. Overall look, they definitely look kind of like your typical Cleeland wedge. I grew up playing Cleeland wedges.
Yeah, they've always done quality wedges.
Yeah,
I've had Cleeland wedges before.
I think everybody's had Cleeland wedges at some point or time. So let's see how these new ones perform.
Yeah, let's do it.
Cool, so we've both grown up playing Cleeland wedges.
For sure.
The thing that surprised me about these ones, because what I'm used to seeing in a Cleeland wedge, and it's been a while since I've played a Cleeland wedge, but what I was used to seeing or was expecting was kind of that ability, especially with a 58 or a 60, to really open that face and almost give it that pancake look, where you can lay it flat on the ground and you just have this kind of confidence that you're still going to be able to get under the ball without chunking it.
Yeah.
Wasn't a huge fan of the interaction through the turf. It seemed to dig more than I was expecting. I do like though that they put the Dynamic Gold S400 shaft in this.
Yeah, and that's standard as well.
Yeah,
it's standard across the board, Dynamic Gold.
So that's what I play in my wedges. So I liked that. I like the look of the wedges. I just struggled with, what I typically look for, or how I typically play a wedge. This one didn't quite perform the way I would want it to.
Yeah, I mean, almost the same remarks. I like the look of it to a degree, but I can also, by just looking, see the potential difficulties that I'm gonna have. Just looking at the shape and the design of it, I think straight away that I'm gonna dig the crap out of it, and I just feel like there's not much forgiveness.
Interaction wise through the turf.
Yeah, from when the club's going to hit the ground, I just feel like there's not going to be much forgiveness. It seems I've never liked the oil can tore the raw finish, but I tried it again today and I still don't like it. And you know, I felt like, even though it's a 58, like it didn't ever look like a 58. It felt like a 55 or a 54. Yeah. So whenever I tried to open it, I just felt like it was going to dig even more.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the performance between, you know, looking at from an outcome perspective, the balls, they still went next to the hole.
I will say,
the outcome was still
spun.
pretty good. The ball still had good control, good spin, which is, remember, Cleeland pushing these wedges mainly for the consistency and the spin and control. Like, it has them things. I just didn't like how it felt.
Because I misstruck a couple as far as where it hit on the face on some of those shots, but it still reacted and performed well. It still spun well.
Yeah.
But I just was never like satisfied with how it went, how it kind of glided through the rough or through the sand. Even on some of the tighter fairway lies, even when I was opening that face and putting it on the toe and trying to expose that bounce, it always still seemed to take a bit of a divot, and I wasn't a huge fan of that. But overall, you know, they're good club.
I mean, quality wedge.
What we should have done, I think we should have brought out a couple different grinds. Because this might have just been, the full might be the wrong grind for you and for both of us.
Well, that's the thing. I think we can follow up with another video on all of the grinds.
Yeah.
Maybe we stick to one loft and just bring out all the grinds.
Yeah.
But
good feel, good spin. Just not a huge fan of the interaction through the turf. That's kind of my takeaways.
Same. Great performance, good ball, good, great control with the ball, but not a fan of how it felt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.